So I've learned so much throughout this Pulse Check journey, and one of my favorite things comes from this episode. So Tristan Fields, who is an incredible artist and did the acknowledgement of country for this series, has both First Nations and South Asian heritage. And his response is a practice and a value system held by First Nations people that you can also find in South Asian culture. I think for me, it was just a really cool reminder that we actually all have more in common than sometimes we realize. This week's question by far took the longest amount of time for people to think and respond to. And maybe that's because we don't spread enough messages of love in language day to day. See if you can count how many different languages are in the episode. Enjoy part 6. Sorry to interrupt, I just wanted to say real quick to watch the end for a little announcement regarding future episodes. Alright, I promise this is the last interruption. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Instagram. It helps us out so much. That was the last interruption. Last time you'll see me, cue the intro. Do you speak your mother tongue?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Very well.
Very badly.
No.
Nope. I wish I did. Yes.
I do.
Bits and pieces.
Not the best.
Barely.
Passionately, yes.
Enough to know if my aunties are making fun of me, which I think is quite a key skill.
The one thing in my life that I deeply regret and feel a whole different kind of grief over, the fact that I do not speak my mother tongue.
That's a very complex question because what is my mother tongue?
Can you spread a message of love in your language?
Oh my lord.
No. Dude, no, you put me on the spot, I can't do that.
I need a relative here in front of me so I can talk the language to them.
I don't know if I've ever spread a message of love, but I've definitely sworn a lot in my language, so this can be hard.
Not in an eloquent way.
This is the one that people struggle with the most. We don't really spread messages of love in language.
No, it's Paringo.
A message of love in my mother tongue Hindi, apne aap pe bharosa karo, which means trust in yourself.
Ellarum, ellavireem snekya. Malayalam, everyone should love everyone.
අපි එකිනෙකා වැළඳගමු සියලුම වෙනස්කම් පස කළා. In my language, in Sinhalese, let's embrace each other despite of small differences.
Namaskaram. The divine in me acknowledges the divine in you.
This is a sort of reference from a Nepali nun, one of her songs. I'll say a line. So, Fulko akama fulai sansara, that's in Nepali. For a flower, the whole world is a flower. And for a thorn, the whole world is a thorn.
If I said in Kannada, Yallaru vatke irona, that means let's all be together.
நீங்கள் எங்க இருந்தாலும் அடுத்தவருக்கு ஒரு கை நீட்டுங்கள். Wherever you are, lend a hand out to whoever is there.
Live true to yourself so that you can be the best version of yourself for others. Be happy to learn, be hungry for life in all its forms. Great things are going to happen to you, and then pass that on and share that with anyone that you may encounter.
I'll translate this in Sinhalese and I'll say Mage ammagin gatte, which means I got it from my mom, which is true.
నీకేదైనా ఇష్టమైనది ఉంటే నువ్వు అది ఫుల్గా చేయి. దాని గురించి మరీ టూ మచ్ వరీ అవ్వద్దు. ఒట్టి అదేదో నీకు చాలా ప్రేమ ఉండిన నీకెంత ఇష్టమైనది ఉంటే నువ్వు దానికి ఫుల్ ఎనర్జీ ఇవ్వు. నువ్వు మరీ టూ మచ్ వరీ అవ్వద్దు. వాళ్ళేమంటారు వీడేమంటాడు దాని గురించి అస్సలు ఒక నిమిషం కూడా దాని మీద తలుసుకోవద్దు. That is Telugu, albeit broken Telugu, and I hope my grandma's not watching it. Whatever you like, whatever you do, fully commit to it. Don't be so caught up on what the perceptions are, how you sit in community and status. Just be you, be your authentic self. Don't let others constrain it. I mean, I've said that in a way more sophisticated way in English. I probably said that in the equivalent of like a grade 4 kid.
Message of love in Tamil, idum kadandhu povum. It means this too will pass. If you are going through something, if you are struggling through something, you will get through it. You just need to persevere and fight through it.
I actually know how to only curse in my language. So as much as I'd like to spread love, cursing is one form of love if it's done by the right sort of medium. So I don't know if that's the greatest thing.
I'm going to use that. That was a good response.
Me tamne bo game. Mum, I know I'm not saying this right. I'm trying to say like I like you a lot, but I know that there's something there with the grammar. There's something that's not quite right. But anyways, all the good Jews out there, you can correct me.
सगळ्यांना मी मनापासून सांगते की आपली मराठी ऑस्ट्रेलियामध्ये आणि संपूर्ण जगभरात जिवंत राहण्यासाठी जे जे काही करता येईल ते आपण करूया. धन्यवाद. सो इट वॉज मराठी लँग्वेज. वी शुड स्प्रेड द लव्ह ऑफ अवर लँग्वेज wherever we can and keep it alive.
Anbu, Anbu, Anbu.
love, love, love. I'm spreading a lot of love to everyone listening to this.
අපි හැමෝම දුකෙන් ඉන්නේ. ඉතින් අපිට පුළුවන් තරම් කරුණාවෙන් ඉන්න තමයි තියෙන්නේ. We're all suffering, and so the only thing that we can do is to live with compassion as much as possible.
दिल खोल के प्यार करो, दिल खोल के दुनिया घूमो, बस कोई टेंशन ना लो क्योंकि जिंदगी है खुशी भर से. Open your heart and receive as much love as you can. Open your mind to the world. Life is short. Go live it out with the best passion you can.
Probably about 2000 years ago, there was a poet by the name Kenyan Pungundanal. His words were, Yadum ure yavarum kelir, Thidum nandrum purartara vara. That poem in Tamil means the entire world is filled with my people, my kith and kin. There's love all around, and the good and the bad do not come from external forces but all from within.
My message of love will be to take the time to know, understand, and accept yourself. And I think if everybody does that, our capacity for loving others would be much greater.
এটা যারা শুনছে তাদের জন্য আমার পক্ষ থেকে অনেক শুভেচ্ছা আর ভালোবাসা রইল. So that's Bengali. If you're listening to this, I am sending you love and well wishes.
Another movie reference I'll just rip off. Ye zindagi na milegi dobara. You won't get this life again.
నువ్వు ఏదైనా చేస్తే మనసుతో చేయు. That's in Telugu. Whatever you do it with your heart.
உலகத்தில் பல இனங்கள், சமயங்கள், பாஷைகள், ஜனங்கள், ஜாதிகள் எல்லாம் இருந்தாலும் நாங்கள் ஒவ்வொருத்தட்ட கதையில கேட்டுக்கொண்டிருந்தா என்றால் நாங்கள் இந்த உலகத்துக்கு ஒரு அன்பு கூட ஒரு சாந்தியை கொண்டு வர முடியும். In this world there are many religions, languages, perspectives, cultures. The more that we listen to each other's stories is how we build a greater sense of affection, anbu, which is the word for love, and respect for each other, and through that we can work towards a greater sense of world peace.
What comes to mind is what my grandma used to say in Hindi. She would bless me with khush raho, which means be happy. So, khush raho.
આજે તમે તમારા દોસ્તોની સાથે જાઓ અને વક્ત બિતાઓ અને બહુ જ મોટી પ્યારની જપ્પી આપો. That's Gujarati for saying today go out with your friends, spend some time with them and give them the biggest hug.
నీ దగ్గర ఉండేది ఒకే జీవితం. నీ జీవితంలో నీకేం కావాలో చేసుకో, ఎవరి మాట వినొద్దు. You have one life, live it, don't give a fuck about what anyone else says.
Hamadema karunawing balana. Look at everything with compassion.
I'm going to say Poitavaran. Poitavaran basically means I'll go and I'll come back, and I love that notion of never saying goodbye, but I'll always see you again.
This word belongs to the First Nations. We don't really say goodbye in our cultures, but we'll see you again. We just say Yanu.
In Tamil, we actually don't say bye. It's kind of considered like bad luck because there's permanence to it. Whereas if you're saying Poitavaran, it means I'm coming back, sort of like wishing that, you'll return safely. I think that's something really brilliant about our culture.
Could you spread a message of love?
Kusu. So I don't speak my mother tongue, but I do have a favorite word, which is kunju. It's a very comforting, endearing word. I love it because it expresses something that's actually really hard to explain in English.
My message of love is a word. It's putta, which is Kannada. It's a term of endearment. It's something that my mum used to call me when I was younger and also as an adult. So for me, that draws a lot of warmth and good memories.
Nothing really expresses parental love or the love of a child for a parent better than the words amma and appa.
For me, growing up, it was always this word pillel, which is child. I used to hear this a lot, not only addressed to myself from my grandmother, but also to other people as a sign of connection and love.
Be who you are.
I support you. It's important to be kind to others, but most importantly, give yourself grace and be kind to yourself.
Think before you speak. You don't know what someone's going through. You don't know what they've experienced in their past. Words can be really harmful, but they can also be really uplifting.
My mum says this, Jio or Jug Jug Jio. That's Urdu. Live and live with happiness. Mama oyeta harima adare. You can get through anything you put your mind to.
चाहे तुमसे कोई कुछ भी कहे, हमेशा अपने आप को प्यार करना. No matter what anyone says, always love yourself.
வாழ்க்கை ஒருக்கா வாழ்ந்தாலும் வடிவா வாழணும். You're going to live once, you might as well live it right. And right to me is different to right to you. So don't let anyone's expectations come onto you and be the best version of yourself you can be.
வாழ்க்கையில என்ன சம்பவங்கள் நடந்தாலும் அடுத்த நாள் சூரியன் உதிக்கும். அதே மாதிரி வாழ்க்கையில நாங்கள் என்ன கஷ்டங்கள் அனுபவிச்சாலும் அன்பும் பாசத்தையும் நாங்கள் ஒழுங்கா தேடினால் அதுவும் உதிக்கும். No matter what happens in a day, the sun will rise tomorrow in the same line. No matter what crap you go through, if you look in the right places, you will find love, joy and compassion.
ஒருவரை
எதையும் பழி வாங்க யோசிக்க வேண்டாம். மற்றவர்கள் செய்த தீமைகளை மறந்து அவர்களுக்கு நாங்கள் நன்மை செய்ய வேண்டும். That means we must not take revenge on anybody. We must forget what they have done and we must do good to whoever did bad to us.
எவ்வளவோ நல்ல விஷயங்கள் நடக்குது எங்களோட உலகத்தில். எல்லாத்தையும் என்ஜாய் பண்ணி சந்தோஷமா இருங்க. There's so much goodness happening in this world. Embrace it, enjoy it and be happy.
This is not a message of love, but it's just a message in general, which I attribute to love. It's from Shakespeare. It goes, "Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once. Of all the wonders that I yet have heard, it seems to me most strange that men should fear, seeing that death, a necessary end, will come when it will come." The message for me is that love and live your life. If you live in this constant fear all the time, it's just going to pass you by, and what a shame that is.
காதல் ஒரு அழகான வார்த்தை. அது ஒரு உணர்வு. அது நீங்கள் வாழ்ந்தாதான் அந்த உணர்வு உங்களுக்கு புரியும். அது ஒரு வார்த்தையில் சொல்ல முடியாது. அது வாழ்ந்து பாருங்க, அழகாக இருக்கு வாழ்க்கை. Love is a very beautiful feeling. You can't just explain that in words. It's just something that you need to live and feel it yourself, and then only you'll understand how amazing love is.
Can I just recite it for you in Sanskrit? It's a short prayer and it goes like this. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. This is perfect, that is perfect. From the perfect springs the perfect. If you take the perfect away from the perfect, only the perfect remains.
Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with truth. It always protects, always trusts, and always hopes, always preserves.
Hey everyone, I just want to say a huge heartfelt thank you for all your love and support with Pulse Check so far. Thank you to everyone who's participated, to everyone who's, liked, commented, subscribed, shared, messaged. It's just been really incredible to see our community get behind this project and for it to resonate in the ways that it has. To get to this point, it has been a lot of work and your boys a bit burnt out. So we're going to go on a little mid-season break and be back with fortnightly episodes very, very soon. In the meantime, do subscribe to our YouTube and follow us on Instagram, where I'll be doing some giveaways for our card games and sharing some content from my Sri Lanka trip as well. Thank you all so much again. I am beyond blessed and I cannot wait for what's in store. See you soon. Coming up on Pulse Check. If this was a last message to your parents, what would you want to tell them?
Oh, no. No. A lot of work. This is too much for me.
What's the hardest thing you've gone through in life?
Man, that's hard. Ooh, getting hot now.
What parts of our culture should Western culture learn from?
Oh, so much.
What does it mean to be Australian?
Having kotroti on a Saturday and a barbecue on Sunday.
What's something your younger self needed?
These questions are really deep. If